Macmillan Audio presents The Last Tourist, written by Olen Steinhauer, read by David Pittu. Part 1. Expendable Turtle. Tuesday, January 15th to Thursday, January 17th, 2019. Chapter 1. It's easy to forget, now that so many facts have been laid bare. But we once lived in a state of holy ignorance. We didn't believe this to be the case. No, we studied the world and examined facts and argued over their interpretation. We took newspapers with a grain of salt because to depend on strangers for knowledge was foolishness. Verification was our go-to word. We even debated whether or not the facts themselves could be trusted, and this sort of meta-analysis made us feel like we were truly critical, that we were looking at the world unencumbered by Pollyanna notions. We were wrong. Sometime over the past 50 years, the center of the world had moved, and we hadn't noticed. You would imagine that I'm talking about regular people, citizens going about their days focused on bread and love and children. I could be. But for 14 years I had worked as an analyst for America's premier foreign intelligence agency. And even in the halls of Langley, armed to the teeth with secret information and specialized enlightenment, we wallowed in the same kind of ignorance. We made policy recommendations and sent employees out into the world, sometimes to die, based on a basic misunderstanding of how the world functioned. For half a century, we were distracted. We let the wrong people grow stronger so that by the time we were able to look directly at them and see them for what they were, it was too late to draw up search warrants and set court dates and frog march them in orange vests to Leavenworth. That would have been a better, cleaner solution. I joined CIA from graduate school in 2005, seduced by a pale poli-sci professor who had spent a mysterious part of his youth in Prague. Though my stated interest, when asked, was international relations, that was only an excuse to get at the thing that truly excited my younger self: secret knowledge. Field work was naturally attractive, but I'd quickly discounted myself. My social skills have always been lackluster, my physical courage less a known fact than a hypothetical, and confrontations have never gone well for me. In short, I was temperamentally unfit to be a spy, but I knew how to strategize and I knew how to analyze. Despite my inability to charm them, I understood people because I had always observed them from the outside, as if through a microscope. It helped that I looked different. In Boston, among the pink-cheeked children of America's aristocracy, or the striving descendants of the African labor that had built the country, I was never quite one with any of them. My skin set me apart from the former, my lack of enslaved pedigree from the latter. When I told them my people were Sahrawi, they blinked ignorantly, and I knew I could fill that void with whatever I liked. That we were Saharan royalty, that we ran caravans loaded with gold, that we kept our own slaves. I didn't, but I easily could have. And when my older brother later died in the African hinterlands, I could have made that part of my mythology too, but I didn't have it in me to do that. What my professor understood, which I hadn't, was that this outsider status was precisely what would endear me to the agency. He said, "You were born here, but your parents weren't."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?